Here, the women's tennis coach, Jeff Halberg. Coach, you got one more conference match before you guys head to Orlando, Florida. Let's first talk about the Bethel match on Thursday. Like I said, the final conference match before you get a nice little stretch of warm weather. How do you approach that match?
Well, it's kind of our first big test in the conference. We had Carleton, but we knew that was going to be a pretty big challenge. But Bethel is a match that we always have a good match with them every year, and we've been able to do well. But I know that Bethel, of course, as every rivalry in the conference, they would love to get one back on us, and they've got a solid squad this year. I think they've really improved. They've got a lot of senior leadership. And so we've got a good challenge on our hands today. But it's kind of one of those things where you kind of find out where you're at this point. I know that we have demonstrated some great poise and put in some great efforts, and it's gotten us a 2-1 record so far. But we've still got a lot of tests to go, and Bethel will be a good one for us today.
And then after the Bethel match, you get to head to Orlando, Florida for our spring break. You've got some tennis down there, and I shouldn't really call it a break because you do have 3 matches down there. There'll be a lot of tennis going on. Talk a little bit about those 3 matches, because it's against 3 teams that on the women's side you haven't faced before.
Yeah, it'll be a good test for us. We did play Kings last year, and we were able to squeak by those guys. But the other 2 are unknown quantities to us. And that's kind of one of the nice things about spring break. It's a great setup that they have down there. The accommodations are great. The tennis courts facilities are fantastic. They give us a lot of options of people to play. And the nice part is that we can actually play teams that we've never faced before. So it's a nice diversion from the usual. And of course, we got the sun on our backs. We're playing outdoors, so the ladies get used to that, because we gotta be ready for that when April comes around. Let's face it, the kids they're really looking forward to having a little downtime in the sun. But yeah, it's a lot of tennis though. We're practicing Sunday. We play Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So it's really pretty much Wednesday afternoon is the only time they can really finally let their hair down and relax a little bit. But that's why we're there. We're there to work hard as a team and prepare for the season.
Talk a little bit about that. You hinted on the playing outdoors. We're in Minnesota. You've got 3 matches under your belt. Everything's indoors. But what's the difference, and what kind of things can they really kind of adjust to as they get ready for really the outdoor season up here in April?
Sure. The different partly it's an elements issue. You're dealing with the sun. You can be dealing with the wind. Things of that nature. So it's also a spatial issue. Playing outdoors, it's a different perception when you're playing outdoors. Indoors seems like the court fills up all the space. Outdoors, the court is only part of a large space, and so spatially, players have to kind of get used to that. And it does have some effect on players. Some players prefer one or the other, and some are able to kind of play through and they don't let it affect them too much. But you need to get used to it because it is a difference. The balls can be affected by heat or cold, where it tends to be pretty constant indoors. So there's a number of different issues that can come into it, and of course it can change from day to day. Because the wind, it could be clear and sunny one day, and it could be windy and cold the next. And so it's a much different game regarding those surfaces. So, but we'll see. We've heard it's going to be in the 70s, and I certainly wouldn't complain if that's what it turns out to be like. So,
kick off the week on Thursday night. You've got a match against Bethel, and then it's off to Orlando for 3 matches down in Orlando, Florida. Good luck, Coach.
Thanks.